How could he betray us? Edge is a traitor. Now, these are just some of the things that people are saying ever since Edge made his debut at AEW Wrestle Dream. And if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I think I understand why. But at the same time, I do want to make it very clear, because I know there's going to be somebody watching this video, and that person who's watching this video saw the headline, and they're going to be like, oh my god, Ango, why are you calling him a traitor? I'm not. I don't think he is. In fact, I would go as far as saying as Adam Copeland being one of the smartest businessmen out there. We're going to talk about that in today's video. Now, long story short, here's basically what happened. At one point, Edge said he was going to retire from the WWE in Toronto, and then basically he gets this amazing send-off live in Toronto on an episode of SmackDown. He gets a massive singles match against Sheamus. It's the match he's always wanted, a match that's never happened, and on top of that, WWE celebrated his lengthy 25-year career and gave him a whole bunch of beautiful tributes on his way out. Then a day after, this is where the news and rumors start to ramp up that Edge may not re-sign with WWE. Then eventually Edge finds himself out of contract, and that brought us to October 1st. Now, if you're somebody who views my main channel, then you probably already knew that Edge was expected to debut at AEW Wrestle Dream. And by the way, I'm giving away a World Championship belt on that channel once I hit 100K, so go ahead and check it out. But here's the thing, we knew that he was showing up, and for some reason, people are disappointed. And then it hit me. I finally realized I know why people are so mad about this, and honestly, it makes so much sense. I'm gonna go as far as saying about 98% of the wrestling fans on social media genuinely love wrestling and aren't mad about this at all. But it's really important that you understand who you're engaging with when you're having these conversations, because sometimes they're just trying to collect money off of your emotions. The engagement farming tribalist accounts might be the loudest in the room, but trust me when I tell you, they don't speak for all wrestling fans. Those same AEW tribalist accounts that were bashing WWE and bashing Edge for years, calling him old and washed, well, now they're celebrating him signing with AEW. And those WWE tribalist accounts that love Edge and love the WWE, all they're doing now is engagement farming this hatred towards Edge signing with AEW, because all of a sudden now he's in AEW, he is trash. That is the problem here. The tribalism speaks volumes, but there are some fans out there who are genuinely upset, and there are some people that truly believe he's a traitor, and it got me thinking, and there is a lot of synergies between pro wrestling and live sports. Now, I'm not saying this is actually a great comparison or anything, but I think it's a pretty good one to say the least. I remember when the Cleveland Cavaliers lost LeBron James to the Miami Heat. This kid was the hometown hero. This kid was the prodigy. This kid was building his name through the Cleveland Cavaliers, and now all of a sudden he decides to go to Miami. Of course, fans were outraged. They started burning his jersey. They went nuts. They were pissed. LeBron James went back to Cleveland to play a game. He was getting booed. The fans didn't care about LeBron James anymore. And that is something I see pretty similarly to Edge. Edge may not be on a team, but he built his name through the WWE system. I mean, we can acknowledge Damon Stryker and WCW, but guys, let's be honest here. Without WWE, there is no Adam Copeland, okay? That's the reality. And so all of a sudden, you're seeing a lot of people, for some reason, they believe that WWE is their home team, and they just lost the guy that they believed should have retired in WWE. I find this to be so fascinating because there are no teams in pro wrestling. Now, I can only speak for myself here, but me personally, I'm all about the industry. And the reason for that is because I make a living talking about pro wrestling. The healthier the industry is, the better it is for me and my career. So of course, I want more companies popping up. I want more stars in the making. I want so much great quality TV because I'm able to talk about it for a living. And we all know that if the industry dies out, then my industry dies down, and then clearly things go wrong. So at the end of the day, I don't necessarily claim a team or a company. And at times I criticize both companies, at times I praise both companies, and sometimes I praise one over the other based on my viewing principles of pro wrestling. But at the end of the day, Edge going to AEW does not impact any one of us whatsoever. In fact, I actually see more benefits of Edge going to AEW because there's matchups that we'll be able to see for the first time ever that we never got to see. This guy has been into WWE for 25 years, okay? This man had some incredible storylines, incredible moments, and he was forced to retire, and then the miraculous return happened. And even when he returned, when nobody thought he would, he still delivered some badass moments in the WWE. Then I look at possibilities elsewhere. Of course, I feel like there is so much more that Edge could do in the WWE, but now that's not going to happen. He can go to AEW and have these great matchups, and hopefully they book him with strong storylines with continuity, because that would keep me invested. But at the end of the day, AEW bringing in Edge helps AEW be healthy. After all this drama that they had with CM Punk and the Elite and Jungle Boy and Colt Cabana, I feel like AEW deserves a little bit of some positivity backstage, and Adam Copeland is the perfect guy for that role. So while fans are calling him a traitor, I'm looking at him as a very good positive step in the right direction for this company at a time where they need it. And on top of that, we might even get Kenny Omega and Edge, so of course I'm going to be happy with that. At the end of the day, guys, if you're one of these people who are getting emotionally triggered because somebody left the WWE, just understand that it's never the final closing. And what I mean by that is very simple. There's always a chance that Edge could return to WWE. There's always a chance that Edge and Christian could go into the Hall of Fame, do Legends contract, stuff like that, right? But this is his final full-time run, and honestly, I'm going to try to enjoy it. Hopefully AEW does it well, but no, Edge is not a traitor, and he'll never be a traitor. There is no such thing as being a traitor in pro wrestling. Now, if Edge decided to really shoot hard on WWE and really be negative about them after everything they did for him, I would understand why some people were genuinely upset, because this guy has been handled like a top guy forever. But at the end of the day, that's not what happened here. He was ready to move on. WWE was clearly ready to move on, and there's literally nothing wrong with that. I remember when LeBron left Cleveland Cavaliers, and I still watch LeBron James because I love sports. And as a big Pistons fan, I'm very aware that we have some players on our team that I want them with us forever. I want them to win the championship together. And as much as it would bother me that maybe Cade Cunningham leaves the Detroit Pistons one day, I know I would be really happy to watch Cade move on and do other great things. So therefore, I'm going to apply that same way of thinking in pro wrestling. I want everybody to do well, and I want the best possible product going forward. Now, at the end of the day, Edge is no longer with WWE. There is no bad blood, and he's going to AEW where there is some fresh blood, and this could be a really good thing for pro wrestling. And if you're one of those people who aren't a tribalist engagement farming account and you're bothered by it, don't be bothered by it. Keep watching. Watch AEW, watch WWE, and look, there's going to be other people leaving both companies back and forth. They might go to Impact. That's the beauty of it all. You're going to have so many different options to watch and actually enjoy that I think you'll actually be happy in the long run. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you click that subscribe button and watch my most recent video somewhere up here on the screen. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on more Ango.